Hey babes, what's up? I'm Miss Mila Rose and I am back with another YouTube video. I can't believe how long it's been. It's been way too long and I miss you guys so much. So as you guys know, I've been away from filming and uploading YouTube videos for a very long time and I'm so sorry about that. Life just sort of happened and emotionally I was not in the right state of mind to be able to film YouTube videos for you guys. It was really hard for me to even get the custom video orders done that I was doing just because mentally I was just not there for so long. And when I did end up finally getting out of that mental state that I was in after a certain incident happened, I'm not going to go into too many details just because it's still pretty fresh for me. I might talk about it in a later YouTube video, but definitely not anytime soon. I just kept kind of pushing the date that I wanted to start filming again, even after I got out of that mental state. But I'm back and I'm so happy to be back. I've missed filming YouTube videos so much and I have so many brand new video ideas that I want to do for you guys that are both going to be highly informative about the adult industry and also entertaining. I'm going to be starting a brand new storytime series that is going to cover my experiences in the adult industry. You guys are essentially going to be experiencing everything I went through in the adult industry and lived through it with me as I tell you the story, and I'm really excited, but I'm also nervous because it's going to expose a lot of truths about me, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to upload the first video in the series probably within the next 1 or 2 months, so I'm so excited. Coming up next week, I'm going to be releasing a video on the most favorite topic of this time of year, and it's going to be taxes. I know it's annoying, everyone hates doing them, but it's going to be highly informative and I highly recommend you watch it, especially if you're new to filing taxes as a cam girl or working in the adult industry online. But anyway, today I'm going to be doing a Q&A because some of you guys have a lot of questions that you've been asking me, and so I'm just going to answer some of these questions that you guys have for me today. So a guy on Twitter asks, is it exhausting? So I'm guessing, is it exhausting working as a cam girl or in the adult industry in general? I would say in general, it's just as tiring as any job that you put your heart into. Since this is kind of an art form for at least me and probably other cam girls or girls in the adult industry, you kind of want to give it your all because it is a work of art that you're creating. Especially when I film videos, I really want to create something that's more so an art piece than just simply an adult video. So when you invest a lot of your heart and soul into something that you want to turn out really well, it can be exhausting. For me personally, it can be very tiring but highly rewarding because of this. The second question is, does it ever get too much? Yes, it does. I always need to take breaks. I make sure that I don't work myself like a horse because it really does show when I film my next video if I'm very tired or exhausted and I'm just not putting my heart and soul into the content. I always want to get everything my all. If I'm not properly rested, I'm not going to be able to put 100% into the content that I create. So I always have to take breaks. Sometimes that means just a day going out into the city, seeing a movie, getting dinner, going for a walk with my dog, whatever that is. I take breaks when I need them for sure. So whenever it gets too much, I make sure to take a break so that way I can keep my content really amazing. The third question is, how often, if ever, do you come across unpleasant clients? Not too often. Honestly, the majority of the clients that I get personally are really genuine, nice, friendly, and really good and easy to work with. Of course, unpleasant customers and clients are going to pop up everywhere you go, whether it be a cashier job or working on the telephone. It's gonna happen. Some people are just not nice and that's just how life is. So it's gonna come through for adult entertainers as well, the unpleasant clients, and I have dealt with them in the past and it's not fun, but you kind of learn how to work with them and how to deal with them even if they're being extremely uncooperative. You learn. So the fourth question is, feminists say this kind of work is abusive to women. Do you find it empowering? Honestly, that question kind of throws me off, and I say that because I would assume feminists would be for this type of work because it is so empowering. I mean, as a cam girl working independently, isn't that every feminist's dream is for females to be working independently and be in their own power? I would feel that cam girls and adult performers in general would be the embodiment of female empowerment and not something that would go against a feminist. Although I would say that a lot of people have misconstrued beliefs about what an adult entertainer does and is, and they don't quite understand what we do and how we work. So perhaps feminists just don't understand, and that's why they might think that we aren't self-empowering as females. But personally, I think that we are definitely very self-empowering as females because we are independent, we are in our own power, and we are professionals. So I got a question from a cam girl via email, and she asks, what kind of games can a non-nude fetish cam model do so clients don't get bored? So she says that she's already doing verbal humiliation, femdom, and splashing for fetishes. I mean, for games, there are so many games that you can do. It doesn't have to be nude. You can make your own rules. You can change around certain games that have already been made so that it correlates to a non-nude fetish. So for some of the dice games and the card games, you can pick hearts, diamonds, spades, clubs, and each one you could just assign an action. It doesn't have to be standard actions that are done for these games. Another common one is the Wheel of Fortune, or spin the wheel, where you have a client pay to have the wheel spun, and then you can either win a prize or something sort of like an action will be done. You can get really creative with it, and if you need ideas or guidance or anything extra, I would highly recommend you sign up for an Amber Cutie forums, because you can become a model on there and go into the Ask a Model forums section, and there are so many experienced cam girls on this site that are just so friendly and so helpful to help answer your questions. So I highly recommend you sign up for that, and that'll help you answer so many of your questions so much faster than I could do in a video. For non-nude fetishes in general, there's actually so many of these fetishes that you can do that I've even personally done, such as the glove fetish. There's the latex gloves, there's the winter gloves, fuzzy gloves. There are the fuzzy sweater videos, fuzzy sock videos, there's foot fetish, there's mouth fetish. And yes, you are restricting yourself to the nude side of being a cam girl and adult entertainer, but there is still such a huge spectrum of fetishes that you can fulfill as a non-nude fetish cam model. So yeah, explore some of these fetishes. I mean, there's actually a lot to work with. Wedgie fetish even. There's also a lot of face fetish, some ASMR, dirty talking fetishes. I mean, you could even sell audio clips. There's so much you can do as a non-nude model. So yeah, that covers the questions that I have received from you guys. If you have a question that you want me to answer in a future Q&A YouTube video, just message me on Twitter or email missmiralrose@hotmail.com, and I'd be more than happy to answer your questions here. If you like this video and this type of content, please like and subscribe this video and turn the notifications on down below. That helps me so much, you have no idea. And I can't wait to see you guys next week for some taxes. Yay! Bye, see you guys next week.